I saw a desperate Honorable Whip Osoro, where he was very desperate of trying to convince Kenyans and deeply thinking on how taxation on bread has been dropped, on how taxation of motorcycles have been dropped. I saw a desperate and so much a person who is under pressure. Madam Speaker, I want to say that we must stand firm on the floor of this House and rise beyond numbers. Issues of numbers does not arise when we are talking about finance bill. Madam Speaker, I want to say that Finance Bill 2023 can equally be applicable on this budget that we want to appropriate. Madam Speaker, I want to say that there must be progression on how we generate our taxes. Madam Speaker, private sectors, I wish you gave me 1 more minute, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I have valid points. Kindly, I'm requesting for 1 minute, Madam Speaker. Thank you so much. Being a woman speaker, you know very well the problems we have. I've transversed in these industries. Private sectors are key. If they migrate from this country, we must take care of their interests. When we talk about zero rating, we go to standard rating. We are talking of exempt. The final sufferers are consumers. President Yoweri Museveni said that Kenyans must learn to produce and manufacture their raw materials. Where is this in finance bill?
Thank you. The Honorable Member for Alego Usonga, Honorable Samuel Atandi.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I want to make a few observations. Madam Speaker, the anchor document that the finance bill draws its contents and which we passed in this House is known as budget strategy paper, medium-term budget strategy paper. Madam Speaker, that document, if you look at it, it is anchored on two important principles. The first principle is that the budget document needs to be predictable. The budget document needs to be predictable. The finance bill needs to be predictable. It also needs to be certain. The reason why this is anchored in this document is because, Madam Speaker, investors and businessmen, when they want to do business in a country, they must be certain that the tax laws that will prevail are long-term and that they are able to allow them to plan their businesses. Madam Speaker, before I joined Parliament, I used to work in the banking sector. And Madam Speaker, we could engage business people and we help them to draw strategies for business. One of the things that we look for when we are doing this, Madam Speaker, is that how will the tax environment obtain in the next 2, 3, 4 years? Madam Speaker, if you look at this tax bill, if you look at this finance bill, Madam Speaker, we just did finance bill last year. And even before the businesses take advantage of the finance bill which we enacted, the incentives which we provided, shortly we have a new finance bill which is overturning those benefits. Madam Speaker, this is the reason why, Madam Speaker, I want to oppose this finance bill, because it is taking away the benefits that we gave to businessmen just the other day and taking them away.